Hi everyone. Cheers.
Hello.
Cheers.
So
Hi.
it's a live streaming today because we actually are in the headquarters of AmCham in the Crown Plaza Hotel. So we just see the President House in front of us. And it's very nice actually opportunity to talk about necessary actually topic because we have a very interesting guest and we are talking about it. But before I would like also to introduce Matus that is also a member of our social media team. So ciao Matus.
Hello.
And with us is PETER RUSIњÁK. So PETER is, the policy officer in AmCham.
Yep.
And at the same time, you are coordinating BSCF, so the whole BSCF, right? So tell us something more about what you're doing.
How long do you want me to talk?
As long as you want. Right?
Hi guys. So yeah, I'm police officer at AmCham, being already in AmCham for more than 2 years actually, and ever since I started my job here in AmCham, I immediately joined BSCF as coordinator because I took over from my predecessor Jana, who was there when the BSCF was founded within AmCham. So basically, it's already more than 2 years that I've been doing the job, and I've been representing BSCF as a community and coordinating all of our activities that we as community do.
And so the coordination requires making sure that all the companies are in collecting the companies. Well, what are the various activities?
Well, precisely. Well, BSCF has grown over 4 years, I believe, and coordination means that I should be aware of all the activities BSCF is running.
Okay.
Either when it comes to our cooperation with schools, or being foreign police, be it any public institution that we need to cooperate with, or simply being as a coordinator amongst all the 30 members that we have in our community, because it's 30 companies at the moment in the BSCF as members. That means close to 32,000 people that we represent as a community.
So, if you look for the past year, what you can call it out as the biggest achievement within the BSCF?
Well, last year I would say the topic of employment of third country citizens was the most important one, or the hottest one, if I put it that way.
So you mean as employment, you mean like the opportunity to have easier bureaucracy behind employing third country citizens? Yeah.
We know that Slovakia is, as a country, we are struggling with inflow of third country citizens, or with foreigners, if you want, who would be willing to work in the country. And for us as an international community of shared services, it's a very important topic, something that we find crucial. So we have been a long time advocating for the decrease of bureaucracy that is associated with the inflow of third country citizens. That means last year we were happy to see that finally the new law on employment of foreigners was put into practice last year in May. And that means for our companies it's absolutely crucial, because we kind of managed to get into reality when the whole process is not taking 90 days, but rather the limit in the law is 30 days. Of course, in reality, this can differ. We know how things are working sometimes in Slovakia, so it's not every time 30 days, but 35,
big
40
step
days.
and big progress. Yeah.
Precisely.
Okay.
So that was the biggest achievement last year. Of course, we are still vocal about the topic of foreigners. That doesn't mean that the law changed, that we are done. We are not done yet, definitely with the topic. We are still looking ways for our companies how to ease the whole process, how to be more open towards any third country citizen who would be willing to come to Slovakia and work in here. So part of the story is legislation.
Yeah.
Also, other part of the story, I believe, is on our side, how we as the sector we can be more active in kind of presenting ourselves as a place to work with.
Yeah, so to go with that, I know that as we know, BSCF is very active in the education sector, or with the coordination with the students. So can you tell us more about the achievement in that part?
Well, given my background as a academic, right? I spent 7 years working at the university before joining AmCham and BSCF. I'm especially thankful for the fact that BSCF is very active in bridging the world of academia with the world of businesses. What I find as a big achievement, what we really managed to do well is to increase the impact of our accredited course Skills for Success. Many of BSCF members are actively working on that course to be part of the curriculum for students across the whole country. So at the moment, next week we are launching the course also on the 5th university already in Slovakia.
Basically, Skill for Success is university students can decide to enroll to certain courses organized by all the company, like members of these companies, that they come to university and teach some topics. I remember because I'm part of it as well, and I do communication and presentation skills, so like sharing how to present properly, and since you do it all the time in business and perhaps don't do it so often in university, but there are a lot of interesting topics that students potentially cannot meet, right?
If I wish I had such a course when I was a student several years ago, because the thing is that from the student's point of view, you are still going to your school, you are attending your classes, but in this particular course, the whole difference is that you are being tutored or taught by business professionals on soft skills such as presentation skills, time management, feedback, project management, different soft skills like these ones, which are crucial for students when they want to make a difference on the job market. So this course, the Skills for Success course, is a voluntary course that we as BSCF has managed to launch at 5 different universities across the country. 2 of the schools are here in Bratislava, 3 of them are located in Košice.
Cool. So if any student is watching us, like share this, or at least look at your university's opportunity.
University students are the ones who should apply for the course.
Because the more people are actually enrolling, the more people will be able in the future actually to attend it, right? So for the moment, we have 1 course, but you never know, we can do 50 courses.
Well, it's a snowball effect.
Yeah, of course.
As long as our capacities allow us to create more courses, to teach more students, we as a community will be doing it because we see it as a crucial change in the educational system. Bring more reality, bring more business know-how to become part of curriculum that is taught to the university students.
So the education, relationship with the public sector as well, and what else is very important and interesting for BSCF as an industry that only this company have and other company don't? Well,
I would say what I find fascinating ever since I joined AmCham is the synergy between all the members, all 30 companies, because obviously it wasn't just like that as easy as it goes. It wasn't 30 members. We had like 10 or 12 companies at the beginning when we were launched in 2014. Since then, we managed to almost triple the membership base in BSCF. But what I find fascinating is the synergy or the willingness amongst the companies, which are, to a certain extent, competitors on the market. But within the sector, within BSCF, within the sectoral organization, these companies are willing to share their best practices. They share projects, different programs, and it's not always the case in other sectors of economy that various companies within one sector would target the same way.
Well, I think also this is a very good cooperation from the social media team, right? Matus is in there, I'm in IBM, there are folks from Media and from Henkel and so on. So, and there is always the opportunity to meet, to share. So it's actually good experience for the sector as such to also bring something into your own work then that is definitely an improvement.
Precisely.
So
something that is really uniting us, I would say, as a sector is the need for a better sector awareness. Because as a sector, you guys know what we are talking about, but hardly if you ask anybody on the street, what do you think a shared service center is? Have you heard about any? Do you know what a center does? I guess not so many people would be knowledgeable about what such a sector do or does. what do the companies do here in Slovakia. So this need for raising the awareness about the sector of shared services as such in Slovakia is one of the glues that is unifying the membership inside the BSCF. All the companies in our membership feel the same need, that this is something that we have to really work on also for the future.
And so here we are in the AmCham offices. So what is the relationship between AmCham and BSCF in this case?
Well, basically, AmCham is BSCF and BSCF is AmCham, right? I would say that I would get back a little bit to the origins of BSCF. It was created in 2014 as a consequence of several business leaders who felt this gap on the market. Gap in a sense that there was no organization representing the needs or the interests of the sector as such, of shared services. So when BSCF was created in 2014, all the founding members back then were already members of the chamber. So for the companies, for the founding companies, it made no sense to create a new organization, a separated legal entity which would be overseeing only the sector. And these companies, including yours and yours, approached AmCham with the question whether AmCham would be willing to kind of provide this shelter, this kind of umbrella association for shared services, for association of shared services. And so the idea was there. All the directors, all the leadership of companies and AmCham back then agreed that it would make sense if AmCham as a chamber would be the umbrella association on top of BSCF. That's why BSCF at the moment is not a kind of separate entity from the legal perspective, but as a sectoral association, it is kind of acting on behalf of the sector. So that's why I'm saying AmCham is BSCF and BSCF is AmCham. It's totally interconnected.
Peter, you shared a lot with us what happened for the last couple of the months or the last year. So what we can see for the rest of the year?
You mean like what is up on our agenda until the end of
what's the future?
What's the future? The future is bright, definitely. The most important event that is awaiting us is the annual BSCF conference. Easy to remember because, again, similarly to last year, it will take place on the Saint Nicholas Day, 6th of December, when all the representatives of the sector
when all kids are happy.
Precisely. Maybe we will be serving some chocolates or maybe offering some treats to those who attend. So that's the annual conference on the 6th of December. Where we want to discuss the future precisely. It's a good question, Matusz, because the conference will be kind of visionary, if I may say. We will discuss where we see the potential of shared services in Slovakia for the next 5 to 10 years. Because last year we talked a lot about the business academic cooperation. That was the core topic of last year's conference. Education. Issues of the foreign employment, foreigners coming to Slovakia. This is still vital. These topics are still vital for BSCF. But what we really want to focus on this year at the annual conference is the future vision for the sector as such. So we will be talking about the future issues, future mission that we as a sector have.
Cool. And anything that you will focus on, like as things to be done?
Definitely something where we need to push more hardly is the cooperation with the high schools, because so far we have been having quite a good cooperation with the university level, but we believe that given the changes on the labor market, it's really important for us to enjoy the benefits of the cooperation with the high schools and also raise the awareness about the sector already on at that level. So that's why I can already unveil that for the conference we will be inviting different important stakeholder groups from the high school environment, right? So we will be inviting directors, career advisors, and also teachers as a free parallel stakeholder groups who will have their own workshops, if I may say, as part of the conference. So
and we will be there as well.
Yeah,
it will be
trying
live
to
streamed,
be on,
right?
on this of this channel. So it's just if you share this video, you can also share it. And you suggest follow this community, because this Facebook group, because the conference will be live streamed here. So it's a good option to follow us.
Precisely. Yeah.
Any question for you, Martin?
No,
No one. So
looking forward for the conference.
looking forward for the conference, for also the Skills for Success, because we will hopefully there will be more and more university coming in. I think it's very
One more
cool.
thing that actually we are also launching next week is our program Train the Trainer. It's something that originally comes as AmCham project several years ago, but for the last 2 or 3 years it was the BSCF companies who kind of took over the leadership in the program, and it's a program for teachers from university and both high schools, where we aim to bring the latest trends in soft skills. So we help teachers in the way how to teach, rather not what to teach, but how to teach. So we also have professional trainings for teachers to improve their soft skills. It's a nice series of 7 different workshops that are taking place both in Bratislava and Košice, and this Bratislava branch of Train the Trainer is about to be launched next Wednesday.
Okay. Nice to hear that.
So stay in touch. So what to follow is there is the AmCham Facebook group that we will actually put as well, plus BSCF, but we are connected, so we actually cross-share whatever is happening that matters both. Thank you so much, Peter, for sharing.
Thanks so much, Lele. Thanks so much.
And thank you, Matt, for being here. Thank you for resharing, liking, commenting. If you have any question, we are here for that. So comment, particularly if you see the video now that is recorded. Feel free to do that, and we will try also to reach out to Peter if there is any question for AmCham.